From me.
Captain?
She is a hireling. Now, I want it made clear, unless there's an apology and a complete change of manner, she goes back before the week is out. Will you make that quite clear?
And where will you be, Captain, while I'm making it quite clear?
At the office.
Will you? I thought what she was saying was exceptionally intelligent. I've been saying it for years.
To its face? Where will you take it, Jimmy? As a flag. Good girl. Good girl.
What I'm gonna do, Miss Kay? It's noontime. Dinner is coming. I didn't get the breakfast dishes out there yet.
You run along, Martha.
I can't wait out here a moment longer, Kate. Why, this could go on all afternoon, too.
Well, I'll tell the captain you called.
You hear what Miss Kay said? Never mind what's going on here. Run along and tend your own business.
Say what you like, Kate, but that child's a Keller. I needn't remind you that all the Kellers are cousins to General Robert E. Lee. I don't know who that girl is. The only Sullivan I've ever heard of, and from Boston, and I'd think twice before locking her up with that kind, was that man, John L.
You give me her, Miss Kay. Let me sneak her back to her crib.
This babe never gives me a minute's word.
This one is angel of the family. No question about that.
What happened?
She ate from her own plate. She ate with a spoon, herself. And she folded her napkin.
Folded a napkin?
The room's a wreck, but her napkin is folded. I'll be in my room, Mrs. Keller.
Don't be long, Miss Amy. Dinner will be ready right away.
Folded a napkin. My Helen folded a napkin.
This soul, this blind, deaf, mute woman, can nothing be done to disinter this human soul? The whole neighborhood would rush to save this woman if she were buried alive by the caving in of a pit, and labeled with zeal until she were dug out. Now, if there were one who had as much patience as zeal, he might awaken her to a consciousness of her immortal.
Annie, you there?
Hush!
What's that noise?
Just a caught Jimmy.
Where are they pushing it?
To the dead house.
Annie, does it hurt to be dead?
There is schools! There is schools outside. Schools where they teach blind ones worse than you to read and write. There is schools outside where they... There is schools.
You ain't going to school, are you, Annie?
When I grow up,
You ain't either, Annie. You're going to stay here and take care of me.
I'm going to school when I grow up.
You said we'd be together forever and ever and ever.
And then I'm going to school when I grow up.
Little girl, I must tell you, your brother will be going on a journey soon.
Annie!
Goodbye, Annie.
Write me when you learn how.
Don't tell anyone you came from here. Don't tell anyone.
Yeah, don't tell anyone you came from.
Yeah, don't tell anyone.
Don't tell any.
Annie, it hurts to be dead. Forever.
Might awaken her to a consciousness of her immortal nature. The chance is small indeed, but with a smaller chance they would have dug desperately for her in the pit. And is the life of the soul of less import than that of the body?
Katie, I will not have it. Now, you did not see when that girl after supper tonight went to look for Helen in her room.
No.
The child practically climbed out of the window to escape from her. And what kind of a teacher is she? I thought I'd seen her at her worst this morning at breakfast shouting at me. And I come home this evening and find the entire house disorganized by her. Helen won't stay in the same room. She won't come to the table with her. Won't let herself be undressed or bathed or put to bed by her or even by Bonnie now. And the end result is you have more to do for the child than before we hired this girl's services. From the moment she stepped off the train, she has been nothing but a burden. Incompetent, impertinent, ineffectual, immodest.
She folded a napkin.
What?
Well, not ineffectual. Helen did fold a napkin.
What in heaven's name is so special about folding a napkin?
Well, it's more than you did, Captain.
Katie, I did not bring you all the way out here to the garden house to be frivolous. Now, what does Miss Sullivan propose to do with a deaf-blind child who won't even let her touch her?
I don't know.
Fact is, she scuttled any chance she had with the child today. If you can see any reason for keeping her on, it's
What do you
more
wish
than
for me to do?
I want you to give her notice.
Well, I can't.
Well, if you won't, I will. I simply will not allow this Miss Sullivan?
Captain Keller. Viney said I'd find you both out here in the garden house. I thought we should have a talk.
Yes. Well, come in. Katie?
Captain.
I first wish to make my position very clear to Mrs. Keller in private. I've decided I am not satisfied. In fact, I am deeply dissatisfied.
Excuse me, is this
with-
little house ever in use?
During the hunting season, if you would give me your attention, Miss Sullivan. Now, I have made allowances for you because you come from a part of the country where people are not, women, I should say, come from, for whom allowances must be made. Nevertheless, that I decide that is, Miss Sullivan, I find it difficult to talk through those glasses.
Oh, of course.
Why do you have them on? The sun's been down for an hour.
Any kind of light hurts my eyes.
Put them back on, Miss Sullivan. I've decided to give you another chance
To do what?
to remain in our employ on two conditions. I am not accustomed to rudeness in servants or women, and that is the first. If you are to remain here, there must be a radical change of manner.
Whose?
Yours, young lady! Isn't it obvious? And the second is you convince me there's the slightest hope of you teaching a deaf-blind pupil who runs from you now like the plague to anyone else you can find in the house.
There isn't.
Miss Annie.
It's hopeless here. I can't teach a child who runs away.
Then, do I understand you propose...
Well, if we all agree it's hopeless,
Miss
then next
Annie,
question.
I'm not agreed. I think perhaps you underestimate Helen.
I think everybody else here does.
Well, she folded a napkin. She learns. She learns. Do you know that she began talking when she was 6 months old? say water. Not really. Wow, wow. But she meant water. She knew what she meant. And at 6 months old, I never saw a child so bright and outgoing. Well, it's in there somewhere, isn't it? You should have seen her before her illness. She was such a good-tempered child.
She's changed.
Put up with it. And with us.
Us?
Like the love slam in a parable, I love her all the more.
Mrs. Keller, I don't think Helen's worst handicap is deafness or blindness. I think it's your love and pity.
And what is that supposed to mean?
All of you here are so sorry for her. You've kept her like a pet. Why, even a dog you housebreak. No wonder she won't let me come near her. It's useless for me to try to teach her language or anything else. Yeah, I might as well.
Miss Annie, before you came, we spoke of putting her in an asylum.
What kind of asylum?
For mental defects.
I visited there. I can't tell you what I saw. People like animals and rats in the holes. Well, if you are to give up, what else are we to do?
Give up?
You said it was hopeless.
Give up? Why, I only today saw what has to be done to begin. I want complete charge of her.
You already have that. It has
No,
resulted
I
in
mean day and night. She has to be dependent on me.
For what?
Everything. The food she eats, the clothes she wears, fresh air. Yes, the air she breathes. Anything a body needs is a primer to teach out of. It's the only way. The one who lets her have it should be a teacher. Not anyone who loves her. You all have so many feelings, they fall over each other like feet. You won't use your chances and you won't let me.
But if she runs from you to us...
Yes, that's the point. I'll have to live with her somewhere else.
What?
Until she learns to depend on and listen to me.
Well, how long?
As long as it takes. I packed half my things already.
Miss Sullivan.
Captain Keller, it meets both of your conditions. It's the one way I can get back in touch with Helen. And I don't see how I can be rude to you again if you're not around to interfere with me.
And what is your intention if I say no? Pack the other half for home and abandon your charge to
The asylum? I grew up in such an asylum. The state almshouse. Rats. Well, my brother Jimmy and I used to play with the rats because we didn't have toys. Maybe you'd like to know what Helen would find there? Not on visiting days. One ward was full of the old women, crippled, blind, most of them dying. But even if what they had was catching, there was nowhere to move them. And that's where they put us. There were younger ones across the hall, prostitutes mostly with TB and epileptic fits, and a couple of the kind who keep after other girls, especially young ones. And some insane. Some just had the DTs. The youngest one, another ward, to have babies they didn't want. They started at 13, 14. They'd leave afterwards, but the babies stayed and we played with them too. Though a lot of them had sores all over from diseases you're not supposed to talk about. But not many of them lived. The first year we had 80. 70 died. The room Jimmy and I played in was the dead house, where they kept the bodies till they could dig the grave.
Oh, dear.
No, it made me strong. But I don't think you need to send Helen there. She's strong enough. No, I have no conditions, Captain Keller.
Miss Annie,
Yes?
where would you take Helen?
Oh. Italy?
What?
Can't have everything. How would this garden house do? Furnish it, bring Helen here after a long ride so she won't recognize it, and you can visit it every day. If she doesn't know,
Oh, is that all?
that's all.
Oh, Captain, I think with your mission, Captain,
Why must she depend on you for the food that she eats?
I want control of it.
Why?
It's a way to reach her.
You intend to starve her into letting her touch you?
She won't starve, she'll learn. All's fair in love and war, Captain Keller. You never cut supplies.
This is hardly a war.
Well, it's not love. A siege is a siege.
Miss Sullivan, do you like the child?
Do you?
you could have a servant here.
Oh, I'll have enough work without looking after a servant. But that boy Percy could sleep here, run errands,
Oh, get up, Percy, Savior. Couldn't we, Captain?
and a set of furniture all our own.
Oh, what about that old walnut fence in the barn?
You have not yet consented to Percy, or to the house, or to the proposal, or to Miss Sullivan staying on. Well, farewell, consent to everything. For 2 weeks. I will give you 2 weeks in this place, and it will be a miracle if you get that child to tolerate you.
2 weeks. Can you accomplish anything in 2 weeks?
Anything or not, 2 weeks. And then the child comes back to us. Well, make up your mind, Miss Sullivan, yes or no?
2 weeks. For only one miracle, I'll get her to tolerate me.
You can't think so little of love, or you wouldn't have stayed.
I didn't come here for love. I came here for money. A. The first of many. 26. I always wanted to live in a doll's house.
You don't let go of things easily, do you? How will you win her hand now, in this place?
Do I know? I lost my temper, and here we are.
No touching, and no teaching. Of course, you are bigger.
I'm not counting on Boss. I'm counting on her. That little imp is dying to know.
Know what?
Anything. Any and every crumb in God's creation. I'll have to use that appetite, too.
Maybe she'll teach you
Of course.
that she isn't. That there's such a thing as dullness of the heart, acceptance, and letting go. Sooner or later, we all give up, don't we?
Maybe you all do. It's my idea of the original sin.
What?
Giving up.
You won't open her. Why can't you let her be? Have some pity on her for being what she is.
If I ever once thought like that, I'd be dead.
You will be. Why trouble? Or will you teach me?
Does she know where she is?
We rode her out in the country for 2 hours.
All she knows, we could be in another town.
Oh, Miss Annie, please, try to be good to her these 2 weeks. Try to be very good to her.
I will.
Oh, that's a sign for me.
I know. In 2 weeks. What did I get into now?
I don't understand it. I had every intention of dismissing that girl, not setting her up like an empress.
Yes. What's her secret, sir?
Secret?
That enables her to get anything she wants out of you, when I can't.
She does not get anything she wants out of me.
Don't!
Captain!
He's afraid! What does he want from me?
My God! Don't you know? Everything you forgot! When you forgot my mother!
What? Well, I'll tell you something that girl's secret is not. She does not fire one shot and disappear! Katie, don't pay any attention.
Captain! Captain! I am proud of you.
For what?
For giving the girl what she needs.
Why can't my son be? He can't bear me? Think I treat him as hard as this girl does Helen?
Perhaps you do.
But he has to learn some respect.
Do you lack the child? How empty the house is tonight.
No. No pity. I won't have it on either of us. I will touch you. How? Percy! Percy, wake up! Get out of bed and come in here. I need you. Percy, you awake? How would you like to play a nice game?
What?
With Helen. She's under the bed. Touch her hand.
Let me go. She's trying to talk. She's gonna hit me.
She can talk. If only she knew. I'll show you how. She makes letters. This one is C. See? She's mad at me now, though. She won't play. But she knows lots of letters. Here's another. A. C-A. C-A. C-A-K-E. She spells cake. She gets cake. She doesn't know yet it means that. Isn't it funny she knows how to spell it but doesn't know she knows? Well, if she won't play with me, I'll play with you. How would you like to learn one she doesn't know?
No.
B L O C K. Look. Why should I talk to you? I'm teaching Percy a new way. Oh, you jealous, are you? All right.